So you're back in Nottingham and you've played here a few times before. Can you tell us anything about the city? I mean, I know you like socialising with friends and your band members. Have you ever sort of been out in the town?
Yeah, I've been up here a few times. I've played at Rock City, and then there's one around the corner. What's the one around the corner from
Rescue Rooms, was it?
Rescue Rooms? I've played in there. I supported a band called Mercury Rev,
Oh, brilliant.
which was really fun. And I had to, it's completely on my own. I had to turn up. I'm carrying a Wurlitzer piano and a guitar, and
How things change.
but they're a cool band, so it was really nice.
Yeah.
And otherwise, yeah, after each show, we've normally gone out to a bar or whatever, but I couldn't tell you what they're called or anything like
Well,
that.
you must go to millions, but at least so you kind of know the city a little bit. You've been out and about.
Yeah, and the nice thing about it is it feels quite small and central in a way. It doesn't feel as though it's too spread out. You can kind of get to grips with it.
Yeah, it's great for that. And you sound like you're a really active guy. You live in Ibiza. You like it says diving, surfing, water skiing, and you're a keen skier. So how much of that lifestyle changes when you're writing music and recording music? Do you kind of have to abandon that whole active side, or do you manage to kind of continue doing it as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'll struggle to get anywhere for any of that kind of fun now on this for a while because I'm on a 13-month
It's a
tour.
massive tour. I mean, is it you're doing the UK and then Europe and then America?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, and that's the first 3 months of it, and we carry on, as I say, for 13 months, going around, into really weird and wonderful places as we go. So yeah, so I don't think I'll get much other fun. But you know what? We have so much fun doing what we do, and I've got a great band and crew, so we're lucky.
And you apparently when you're on your tour, you do actually stick around with the band. Like you're on the same bus, quite snug, quite close together. So you've got a real sense of sort of friendship within the band.
We're far too close. Yeah, I think if I had my own bus or I was in hotels and they were going in buses, I'd be really lonely.
Yeah.
But no, they're my mates. So we travel together and we hang out together, and yeah, and it's really fun that way.
Yeah, cool. So how many times have you been to Ibiza before you moved there? Did you know it quite well? Is that what made you move there?
Yeah, I've been there as a kid, for holidays, and over the years, and I thought, if ever I could, I'd get a house there. That'd be fun. And then London's been my office, and that's where I've written and recorded this album.
And you said in a recent interview with us at the Nottingham Post that the main changes with the making of this latest album, Some Kind of Trouble, has been that it's been more of a collective effort. Before, obviously, you were writing the tracks as a solo artist. So did you find that was easier, writing songs sort of collaboratively?
What I have done is I've written a lot with my producer, a guy called Steve Robson, and that was a really different experience. Rather than just going in and recording for 4 months, instead I've gone in with him and spent over 14 months in the studio with him. And I think his wife is slightly jealous of the time we spent together. But I'd go in there and and then we'd discuss what we're going to do in the song and which direction I'm going. And then by the afternoon, if we've got a decent song written, then we'll record a little demo and chip away at it as we go. And yeah, it's been a really different experience in that way. It's a lot longer in the studio, but it's been really fun to vibe off him in that way and get kind of different musical angle from him. And then we've just called the band in and said come and play in there, and the result is Some Kind of Trouble, and it sounds cool. You can tell it's kind of a more lively album as a result.
Yeah, definitely. Would people be surprised by the kind of music you're into? Are you into dance stuff because you're in Ibiza? I mean, or do you really like the sort of slower, melancholy sort of style?
I think good music is good music, and so you can enjoy any kind of music. So yeah, I love Ibiza for its dance music. It's got a great music scene, and there are loads of. I love Sven Vath as the DJ. I think he's got a really good thing going on. Luciano's coming up. I think he's cool. I enjoy hip hop in the States. I'm over there all the time, and at the end of the day, Jay-Z is pretty phenomenal on that front. For my own style of music, I've loved the singer-songwriters of the late 70s, of modern music. I really enjoy the Mumford & Sons. They're doing really well across the pond as well. But yeah, good music is good music. You don't have to necessarily pigeonhole yourself as to what type of music you listen to.
Yeah, absolutely. And people can feel quite pressured about the previous success of albums when they've been as big as yours. Did you feel quite relaxed going into the writing of your third album?
Yeah, I mean, the music business is a weird one because everyone's trying to make the music industry a competition by talking about chart places and number of units sold compared to, who else has released an album at a time. And, music's really not a competition, is it, at all?
No,
and yeah, the success of an album is how much you enjoy it yourself.
And I don't know how much truth there is in this. This is a completely random question, but I've read that you got a pilot license at the age of 16. Is that true?
Really dangerous. Yeah. So I think I could ride a moped and fly a plane, but not drive a car, which is kind of mad.
So who taught you to fly?
Yeah, I got an RAF onto an RAF scheme where the RAF gave me 30 hours flying, and then I topped up with an extra 10 and got my license that way.
Amazing. Can you still fly? Do you still fly now? Or you've sort of dropped that.
I'm in the back of a plane most of the time,
Yeah.
and
Safest.
and yeah, but occasionally if I'm lucky enough to find someone who has a plane, because it's if I find someone who owns a plane and they're willing to let me go up, then yeah, I'll fly.
So a license kind of just keeps going, does it? You don't have to renew.
Yeah, you have to keep current. You have to do a certain number of hours every year. If you find yourself in a plane with me, you should probably check there's a parachute and maybe just even consider using it.
Oh gosh, you don't sound like you've got a lot of confidence in your flying ability. And you've sold 15 million albums worldwide. I mean, that's completely crazy. And you've played some of the biggest venues in the world.
Now, actually. My mother's bought an extra 3 million or something, so I'm on about 18. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's weird though, because they're like numbers that you can't fully understand. Yeah, and it's a weird market as well, isn't it? Because with CDs sales decreasing in such a way, they kind of become irrelevant numbers to a degree. But I know that people are showing up to the concerts, and for that, I'm really lucky.
Exactly. And obviously you've played some of the biggest venues around the world. I mean, can you highlight? I know it's probably very difficult, but can you think of one particular gig, one stage that just completely blew your mind and will always sort of remain in your memory?
Yeah, I have two. The first is Glastonbury playing the Pyramid Stage, which I've played twice now, and I think it was the most incredible thing because I never expected really to be there, and with that field full of people, and it was just mind blowing, really amazing. And then the other one that I loved was playing in Lebanon, in Beirut. And it's just an amazing place with the the mix of Arab and Christian and Jew, with the French influence, with the scars of war, the bullet holes all across the buildings, the shrapnel from mortar and bombs, the kind of knowledge that that bombs it might go off at any time. Really beautiful buildings on the coast, and the people just had such energy and enthusiasm, and the concert was absolutely incredible.
Was it quite a small gig? Was it quite a small venue?
I think relatively small. It was about 6,000 people. So,
but it still blew you away as a favourite.
Yeah, it's a nice size because 6,000 you feel like you can reach everyone in there.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Well, thank you, James. Good luck with the rest of your tour. This ridiculously long tour, and I hope you enjoy Nottingham tonight.
Yeah. Well, I hope your mum enjoys the concert, and I hope you do too. And I'll see you later.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.